Hi, this is Bishop Craig in Lansing, and this is Take One for the week of June 25. Peace be with you. So much of my work these days, I guess I would call desk work. We have 20 congregations in the call process, and much of that work is at the desk, especially looking for interim pastors and candidates. So that's desk work. And we are trying to provide weekly pastoral coverage, worship coverage for 12 congregations, some of which the pastors are dealing with serious illness, I think 3 anyway. So I'm really grateful to congregations that are flexible and are willing to realize that they're part of a greater mosaic and that we need to cover more than just them. And I'm also grateful for especially our retired pastors who are hearing the call and understanding the need and stepping up. So thank you. So because it is all desk work, or mostly the most important stuff I'm doing, it seems, is desk work, I will be at my desk this week. I have some Zoom meetings today, Monday. I'll be in the DeWitt office tomorrow for some in-person meetings, staff meeting on Zoom on Wednesday, and ELCA meeting late Wednesday night. And then I hope on Thursday I can go up north and spend the rest of the week and into next week working from my desk at the cabin, where desk work can be broken up by going outside a little more. So that is my hope. People ask, pastors ask, how do you preach on 4th of July weekend in such a divided nation? And I've given that some thought. And what I would do if I was preaching is to celebrate our religious freedom, not by preaching about religious freedom, but by exercising our religious freedom in a bold proclamation of the Lutheran understanding of the gospel. Grace, 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 radical grace, grace for all, grace for everyone in Jesus Christ, living, crucified, risen, and ascended. I think that's what I would do. And then in the prayers, there would be some petitions for our country, because our country certainly needs prayer. So that's how I would approach 4th of July this weekend. I'm a little shook up, surprised, bewildered by the reading this Sunday in terms of its length. Last Sunday was so long, and then to cover it, my sermon got a little long, which led us to overhear someone say 20 minutes. And this week, I think it is 3 verses, Matthew 10, 40 to 42, about welcoming the ones who Jesus sends, which is great stuff for installations, which is what I preached at last week and will preach at on July 9th. Whoever welcomes you welcomes me, and whoever welcomes me welcomes the one who sent me. Who welcomes the righteous person in the name of a righteous person receives a righteous person reward, and whoever welcomes a prophet in the name of a prophet receives the prophet's reward, and anyone who gives a cup of cold water, in the name of an apostle will not lose the reward. It's all about welcoming the ones who Jesus sends. So this reading might be good for the church to hear in its regard of its pastors, to remember that the pastor has been sent to you by Jesus. The deacon has been sent to you by Jesus. The bishop has been sent to you by Jesus. And that is a gift of grace, to have a pastor in your congregation, in your synod, to preach the word, administer the sacraments, provide pastoral care, teach the faith, and absolve you from sin, is a gift of grace. If you don't understand that or need a reminder, I can give you the names of congregations that are waiting for Jesus to send someone to be their pastor. So first, the fact that there is someone in your midst, in our midst, who Jesus has sent is a gift of grace. It's a sign of Jesus' love for us. So I think we could pause and regard the ones sent to us as sent by Jesus, and remember they are sent by Jesus. Secondly, there's some what you sow is what you will reap. Jesus seems to be alerting us. What we sow is what we will reap. And so we will get the reward that we sow. So let it be a reward of welcome. And so if you welcome a righteous person, you're going to get the reward of the righteous. People are going to treat you well. If you welcome a prophet, you'll receive the prophet's reward. Maybe entrance into the kingdom of God, but more importantly, you'll get the benefit of hearing the prophetic word, which, oh, by the way, comes from God. And finally, welcome doesn't take much. A cup of cold water. So it's not parades and trumpets. It may not even be an over-the-top potluck. As I talk to pastors, I'm not hearing pastors say I want them to make a fuss over me. I do hear pastors say that they would like to be treated with kindness and with respect, and maybe have people notice when they do something good rather than criticize when they do something bad. Welcome doesn't take much. The good news is that Jesus has sent pastors and deacons and, bishops. And we trust that Jesus will continue to do that. Now, the other side of the coin, of course, is that Jesus sends people to the church that we may not regard as official messengers, and yet they may be. So when we welcome, the stranger, the refugee, the hungry, we are welcoming Jesus. And we sow what we reap. The welcome we give will be the welcome we get. That's not a threat. That's just the way it is. So the good news in all of this, I think, is that Jesus is sending messengers to us in the forms of pastors, deacons, and bishops, and in those from outside the church who are coming to us. If you preach that, especially those outside the church who are coming to us, or those who are coming to our country, you might tiptoe into 4th of July stuff. Do it knowingly, do it graciously, do it pastorally, and if it happens and you're a listener, welcome it, because it might be a message from Jesus. I'm Bishop Craig, and this is Take One. And I hope you get some time this weekend, this 4th of July weekend, to be outside and to enjoy nature. I hope you will take some time to give thanks to God for our religious freedom, for the messengers that Jesus sends to the church, and most importantly, for Jesus and the gift and good news of the gospel. Take care, and peace be with you.